Friends, in the book of Revelation, we catch a glimpse of something truly magnificent, the New Jerusalem. This is no ordinary city, this is God's dwelling place, descending from heaven, a radiant symbol of his love and glory. The Apostle John, who received this incredible vision, describes it as a breathtaking spectacle, a city so beautiful that it surpasses all earthly comparison. This is where God will dwell among his people, wiping away every tear and banishing sorrow forever. Isn't that an amazing promise? The New Jerusalem is not just a place, it's an experience. It's the culmination of God's redemptive plan, a place where his presence fills every corner, and his love permeates everything. Imagine a city where there's no more pain, no more sickness, no more death. This is the promise of the New Jerusalem, a promise that should fill our hearts with hope and anticipation. Now, the Bible gives us some extraordinary details about this heavenly city. It tells us that the New Jerusalem is perfectly square, measuring 12,000 stadia in length, width, and height. That's about 1,380 miles on each side. Can you imagine that? A city so vast that it would dwarf any city we know here on Earth.
Some folks, when they hear these measurements, imagine a giant cube floating in space. And while that's certainly one way to picture it, I believe the Bible gives us clues that point to an even more awe-inspiring shape.
You see, the Bible also describes the New Jerusalem as having 12 foundations, each adorned with precious stones, and 12 gates, each made of a single pearl. These details, along with the description of its dazzling light, make me think that the New Jerusalem might actually resemble a magnificent, multifaceted pyramid.
Now, I know some folks might disagree, and that's okay. The Bible doesn't explicitly define the shape. But when I read about those 12 foundations and gates, and I think about the symbolism of the pyramid throughout history, especially in cultures familiar with the Bible's setting, it just makes sense to me. Plus, the pyramid shape can resemble a skyline, blending the ancient with the modern in a truly unique way.
Think about it. Pyramids have always pointed upward towards the heavens. They represent aspiration, reaching towards something greater. And isn't that what the New Jerusalem is all about? It's about God's people reaching their ultimate destination, their final home in his presence.
Plus, the pyramid's shape naturally creates a hierarchy of levels, culminating in a single point at the top. This could represent the different levels of glory in heaven, with God's throne residing at the very pinnacle, radiating his light and love throughout the city. Section 5, a heavenly beacon, the New Jerusalem's cosmic presence. Now imagine a structure this massive descending from the heavens.
It would be visible from Earth, a shining beacon of hope in the cosmos, reminding everyone of God's promises.
Can you picture that? It would be a sight that would take your breath away.
This incredible city, whether it's a cube or a pyramid, speaks to the immensity of God's love and the grandeur of his plans for us.
It's a place beyond our wildest imaginations, a place where we'll experience true joy, peace, and fellowship with our Creator for all eternity.
Section 6. Reflecting God's glory, the brilliance of the city. The Bible doesn't just tell us about the size and shape of the New Jerusalem, it also describes its stunning beauty. The city is said to gleam with the glory of God, its brilliance like that of a precious jewel. Can you imagine a city that radiates the light of God's presence? It would be simply dazzling.
The streets are paved with pure gold, so pure they are described as being transparent like glass. And the gates, 12 in all, are each made of a single enormous pearl. Friends, this is a city of unimaginable splendor, a place where even the most precious materials we know on earth pale in comparison to its beauty. Section 7, Streets of Gold, Gates of Pearl, Experiencing the Wonder. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Streets of Gold? Gates of Pearl? It sounds too fantastic to be true, and I understand that. But we have to remember, we're talking about heaven here. A place where God's power and creativity are on full display. The New Jerusalem is a place where our earthly limitations no longer apply, where the laws of physics and the constraints of our imagination are transcended. It's a place where God's abundance and extravagance are poured out in ways we can't even fathom. Section 8, a place of unity, all nations. Welcome in God's light. One of the most beautiful things about the New Jerusalem is that it's a place of unity. The Bible tells us that people from every nation, tribe, and tongue will be there, gathered together in worship and fellowship around God's throne. Imagine that, a place where there's no more division, no more strife, just pure, unadulterated love and harmony. This city is a testament to God's all-embracing love, a place where differences melt away in the light of His presence. It's a place where we'll finally experience the true meaning of community, united with our brothers and sisters from all over the world, praising our Creator together. Section 9. Our Eternal Home, Embracing the Hope of New Jerusalem. Friends, the New Jerusalem is more than just a beautiful city, it's our eternal home, a place prepared for us by God Himself. It's a place where we'll be free from pain, sorrow, and death, and where we'll live in perfect communion with our Creator for all eternity. So let's hold on to this hope, this promise of a glorious future. Let it encourage us, strengthen us, and inspire us to live lives that are pleasing to God, because one day we'll get to experience the wonders of the New Jerusalem for ourselves. And that, my friends, is something truly worth looking forward to.